Peace. Part 2. So I was saying Nu is the creator of even Ra. Nut is the skies, the stars, the celestial bodies, and Geb is the earth. Okay? Ra is the sun that shines upon all. And Nu is what governs all, including Ra, that moves the whole. It's that Milky Way energy, you know? But yeah, we have the world. We are the world. And we are to go within to find our place in the world and accept it, be vulnerable to it. It may not look like what you expected. It may not be what you thought it was. It may not be what you've been on. But it's time for you to not just add, but venture out into something else. Something that has already been in your nature, has already been in your nature, has already been in your cycle, in your cycles, has already been like coming up a few times in different phases, different stages. Okay, something much higher vibrating than where you are right now. It has everything to do with the higher heart, the higher mind, which is the heart. Okay. Again, 2013 is that 6 energy. 6 is about bliss, home, domestic bliss. And you know what? Our bodies is our first home, because our spirit doesn't so much reside in there, but it governs there. It's around there, you know, because our spirit encompasses like as far as our span, as our hand spans go. We have many parts of our body. Just as this is our physical one, we have other layers. Okay. And with that 6 energy is about being peace, which we understand to be of clear state of mind, okay, but also being civil, but being bliss as well, feeling that bliss, that I can breathe easy, that I am happy, I am joy, I am not like pent up with anything. I can relax. Domestic bliss as well, with your family, your friends, in your home, you know. And again, the key to that 6 vibration, and not just a business too, definitely business, because 6 is that Venus vibration. It's that this is that Venus energy, and the key to that 6 to unlocking the abundance of 6 is also abundance as well, is again to balance the spirit first and matter after. Okay? And it stands in the thoughts and the feelings that create the things and the situations and the people for the people. Aye. Okay? That's the world there. Moving swiftly along. So the weekly message I got for the week commencing into September, coming into September from August the 30th, I think it was. Yeah, it was August the 30th, right? 31st, yeah. So Soul Day, the 30th until Saturday the 5th. I got here these messages. Okay, Serapis Bay, the Altar Priestess, Crystals, Indriel, the Ace of Pentacles, and your essence is divine, bask in your uniqueness with blue. Okay, so coming into this year, right, this is the energy that we want to bring forward. Blue for communications, clearly speaking your truth, not holding back. Again, being adventurous, okay, and speaking from your highest heights, right? Clearly speaking your truth from when you've gone within, not everybody else's, but yours. So you can differentiate between everybody else's. It's very important for us to understand our own voices before we go into the group. Moving into that Aquarius age, we're going to understand that more and more. Okay. Your essence is divine, yes, because we need you. We need to hear from you. We need to know what you are saying. And also in regards to the monthly, underneath the decks for the world and Jophiel, we have Archangel Gabriel of insight. Okay, and Archangel Gabriel again is that helps you speak, communicate clearly. Archangel Gabriel helps us all be able to communicate or get messages from divine, you know. And we got Azurite with the Hermit, again, introspection, and Zadikio and gratitude, needing to be thankful for wherever you are, for just realizing that you need the change is enough to help with the change. Okay, and change is that transformation, the transmutation energy that's needed. And when you're tuned to your highest heights, then that comes more readily and becomes easier. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, yes, you can bridge a new gap in this world. You can start something afresh, something new, you know. And you've been offered a way forward to do so. Again, attached, associated to this Lemurian seed, like realizing that if you're here as well, definitely you're a light worker. You're here to shine your light, to be that unique being that helps show others that you don't have to be like everybody else. You are naturally you, and you should work with that and not follow. But again, lead, you know. And working with these ancient beings like crystals helps you be able to find and muster that courage to make the changes that's necessary. Sometimes we don't know which way we need to go. Yeah, we know that there's a need for a change. Yes, sometimes we may just feel like we're looking too much outside of ourselves. But take your time with yourself, you know, whatever draws to you. If crystals do draw to you, even just seeing a picture of a crystal is enough for you to harness that energy. So when you see a color, when you see the crystal, find out, dig deep, and then reach in and find out and listen. Okay, take heed. With the altar priestess we have here, preparation, prayer, sacred ritual. Yes, this is again the coming into September, the need to prepare yourself. It's a great time to again declutter and take away something old. Definitely take away just at least one item, like one item that you can take away from yourself as a way to signify releasing of the old. Okay, and pray, definitely. And whatever you do for this new year, make it a sacrilegious thing. Okay, cleaning the floors, clean the walls, making sure you're saying what you want, clean, because you know, cleaning your walls in your house is like cleaning the walls of your internal body. Yeah, as we know, as above, so below. So everything that is outside of you has a correlation to something inside of you, or everything. That's it, outside of you, yes. But I mean, even like way outside of you, not just like outside. Maybe not just your front door, not just your community, not just your neighborhood, but I'm trying to say here, that micro and that macro effect, okay? And when you're praying, like, don't just pray for yourself as well, pray for others as well. Because you can pray that, okay, I don't get COVID, but then if someone in your neighborhood or someone in, like, in your house, whatever, then, you know, it can be, yeah, because there was a card that came up in regards to just not just realizing your power. Okay, with Indriel, you being a light worker, you being here to help change, to usher in the change, like, changing yourself is good, but you have to also, you changing yourself is a trickle effect in changing others, but we can be more active in helping others. We don't be forceful. We don't try and dictate change for others, because that doesn't pan out. It doesn't work out. But you being sure that you are making the changes for yourself, and adding a thought and intention that this invokes change for the highest good of all else, is the way forward. Okay, and then we have Serapis Bay, number 41, which is that 5 again. Change, change, change. Okay, we're moving away from the status quo. We're ripping down those borders, though, you know, all those constraints. Serapis Bey was the keeper of the white ascension flame in Atlantis and is now Chohan of the fourth ray of harmony. He is known as the Egyptian because he worked with the archangel Metatron to suffuse the Great Pyramid with cosmic wisdom energy at the time of its construction. In drawing this card, you are invited to stand within the white flame and feel its influence. Connect with Serapis Bey and draw his energy of wisdom, cooperation, and dedication to you. He is the only master to work with the seraphim, and they will shower you with blessings as you tune into this ascension card. And the affirmation is, I walk with Serapis Bey. Again, the wisdom of inner standing, inner knowing, going within to tune to the world, to the infinite one, to the all. Okay, and again with cooperating, and you know, cooperation doesn't just mean, I'm not negating cooperating with others, but cooperation always, as everything, as above so below, as within so without, is that cooperation with yourself. Is your mind and your heart balance? You know, is your light and your dark doing the thing? You know, are they gray right now, or are they trying to be like one there, one there? Like, we have to configure things, put things together. As much as 5 is seen as unstable, it's unruly, really, because the rules that's been placed is not stable. That's why the 5 is unstable, because maybe the construct of the 4 wasn't really there. It wasn't the best for that 5. So now it's moving to a more blissful way. You can be more joyful, not just working hard but working smart, right? Okay, that was the week expectations for September. And then on the 1st of September, we have Orion, the Shadow Queen, Flowers, Teresa, the Moon, and Be That Unique Higher Self of Orange. Okay, Orange speaks about us being creative, okay? Creating for ourselves and what we are creating in the world. And how we are learning, what we are learning of this world, of ourselves in the world, and everything else, you know. It's also the sacral chakra, of course, pertaining to the soul energy. Okay, being that unique higher self, again, pertaining to that soul energy. Are we balancing our hearts and our mind? Like, are we just moving with our logics? Are we just moving with our feelings? Or better off, hopefully, we're moving with both whenever necessary. Like, if you need to look at one and then the other, but always come to the middle point of each part of the scale. Okay, being that unique higher self, always realizing that, yeah, you can just be flow, you can just be like, you can just go, but is that of your highest good? Is that of the highest good of yourself and others? And most times, to be of your highest good and to not just flow with everybody else, it means you have to break the mold and do things differently and move away from the status quo and be adventurous, okay? And sometimes that may seem unstable outside of yourself. People might think, oh, that's a bit weird. Like, why is she doing that? Why did they do that like that? And it's we have the Moon here because it's a subconscious thing. It's something that is hidden. It's the unseen realm. It's the things that makes you react. Okay, it's the things that has been implemented through nurture. You know, things that you've learned, sometimes learned behavior. And with that, this energy comes to me about sometimes when you feel misunderstood, or people don't get you, or people think you're weird. Don't worry too much about it. I am number one for that. As much as I seem well put together, sometimes I break molds, you know, like in more ways than one, and they're not all good ones, not always in the goodest way. Because people have expectations, people judge, but you don't allow judgments and expectations of others onto you or yourself, of others, from your perspective, whether you're judging others or you're thinking that somebody is judging you. That doesn't matter. Live from your highest heights, okay? Don't let your mind and your mind, you know, sometimes we get thoughts and feelings that are not our own. that's coming through us, and you're thinking, okay, that's how I'm feeling. Why am I feeling like that? But if it's non-conducive, it's not of your highest good, that's why you need to just nip it in the bud. Be like, okay, I'm not going to accept that because it's not for me. It's not really good. But it's always good to take time to realize why it's come, where does it correlate, so then we know exactly, and so we can decipher it better next time. Okay, Teresa, I love when she comes out because it's always good for me. Okay, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. And here comes others.
How many cherries can I get?
The whole packet is only a small pack. Life will be so dull without them though. Okay, so Teresa, yeah, this is a really good one because that's why I'm the advocate for loving thyself first. Okay, trust me. I have spent probably other lifetimes, no, I know other lifetimes, and trickled a little bit in this lifetime where I was just for everybody else. And I never realized, I mean, I would never let it get so far that it would be at the detriment of myself. But at least when I was younger, it wasn't a thing because there was only so much somebody could be a detriment to me as a young person. I didn't have any dependents or anything like that, and I wouldn't stand for too much bullshit. Like, most of the times, it's just we were good until a certain point in life when I realized, okay, I'm giving too much of myself. These people are not really, they're kind of taking the piss, like. So why do you keep doing it? And it was very trying. That's that learning phase, and I'm still learning it today because I love people, okay, but they can be very trying for me, and they love to love and love me, but then it's also love to hate me at the same time. There's a lot with that, but yeah, just realizing that time for yourself is very important, and self first is imperative. You really cannot do for others more than they can do for themselves. More the reason for you to do for you first, what you need to do, what's necessary for you, okay? Even what you want to do sometimes as well, and desires too. And thereafter, get to others. It depends on your responsibilities, because as a mother, you can't get your wants, needs, and desires met before your children, right? But you definitely should get your needs met, okay? Before your children's. Your wants and desires can wait a little, right? So strive. Strive is not that word I want to be using right now. Move forward into not allowing yourself to be in that depleted state before you realize you need to get to that time out stage for yourself. Okay, because sometimes we can run ourselves ragged with that, and sometimes run it too far, too long. And sometimes it can be too late, we don't want that. Because again, if we're not here being our highest self and be following our divine purpose and being and doing what we came here to do, we can be taken out. Okay? And we have flowers for purpose, and it says working with flowers opens your hearts and brings blessings to others through life purpose. Yes, definitely. Herbs are everything right now, okay? Especially we all need to get ourselves in tune more with nature and understanding how nature can heal, okay? That food is for medicine, for fuel, not just for taste, okay? And herbs and weeds are medicinal. And I'm not talking about like ganja weed. That's cool, but it's been switching up these days, but I still be enjoying it. But with that as well, a lot of plants have been, the soil's been depleted, GMO crops everywhere. We have to learn to DIY as well, definitely. Like grow your own and fortify your own soil. Find out how to appreciate and revere nature because it appreciates and reveres you. You know that, what we don't need, the plant needs. What the plant needs, we don't need. So we have an exchange, okay? The trees are our lungs, outside of us. The flowers and the plants are also our food. And I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. And I have been those things, realizing, coming to my 0 point, that the best way is the balanced way. And it's to have balanced amounts of both, not over anything, and appreciating everything for sustenance, as a way to sustain yourself. Okay, and don't allow it to recreate you, because it can do that too. And we have the Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge and security manipulation, number 16:7, and realizing that you can delude yourself as well as outside forces deluding yourself. And it always starts with us kind of like being too lenient in something that we shouldn't have, or refocusing, or not focusing, or just misstepping. Excuse me. Also, there's a need to check yourself, because anything that happens outside of you, anything that happens to you because of others, is because of your own doing to you first. Whether and you know what, there's obviously clauses and breaks in that, because as a child that comes in and something terrible happens to them, that's not necessarily them putting themselves in the line of fire, but it is their past karma work, their past their past incarnations lot. Okay. There's a need to not allow others to manipulate you and yourself to manipulate you. Okay. This is the 1st of September energy, and this is the energy that we need to be mindful of this for this month. Okay. And then we have Orion, number 18. Says the great masters of Orion invite you to visit Orion in meditation or sleep to receive a download of cosmic wisdom. This is an honor, so prepare yourself with intention during the day by showering, lighting a candle, playing sacred music, or walking in nature. Then you will receive much spiritual light. Orion is the soul star chakra of this universe. You may find it helpful to ask Archangel Mariel to light up your personal soul star chakra, which is above your head, to facilitate your connection. And the affirmation is, I honor the masters of Orion and visit them in my sleep. Okay, and again, it's a reminder of that everything has a high and a low vibration, because you know Orion is that constellation that was in the Greek mythology was seen as the one that got sent up to the skies and had a snake having to follow him around, because he thought he wanted to test himself or against all the other animals around him, and he was cut down a peg or two. So realizing your strength, your powers, but also honoring your light and your dark, and the realization of them both. I think that is the master key, realizing who you are and your highest highs and your lowest lows. Okay? Because then really that's how you can make the moves. That's how you can make the changes. Okay? Okay. And we had that full moon on the 2nd of September, and it was in Aquarius, 13th sign sidereal astrology, okay, which is the true correlation of the sun's journey through the ecliptic, through the zodiac signs, okay. We had that full moon on the Mercury day, and with that we got the messages of Kuan Yin, okay, the Arrow Master with Rochelle, feminine energy, and soul urges love, creativity, joy, and expansion in every moment with the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so soul urges love, creativity, joy, and expansion in every moment. And with sensitivity. Okay. So that's that full moon. Is it full moon? Was it a full moon? Yes, it was full moon in Aquarius. Full lunar in Aquarius, you know, that realizing we have attachment there, didn't we? Here with the arrow master, that's so funny. Oh, detachment, perfect. Full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius energy is all about the group, but then being by itself, being about the waters, but also being about the air, being masculine and also feminine, duality, okay? The need for the balance, okay? They need to realize the yin comes before the yang, and we are to balance both, okay? To be happy in the medium, to not just be, because the yin, there's a lot of low vibration in the yin, okay? And there's a lot of crassness in the yang, okay? We have to understand what we need to survive physically, to maintain our bodies, okay? Mentally, spiritually, physically, and as well as understanding our thoughts and our feelings and those entities that are abound and how they work for or against us. Okay, so soul urges love, creativity, joy, and expansion in every moment. That's what we're here for. That's where each incarnation is here, just to grow, evolve a little bit, just to experience something different, just experience more, just experience the fullness, the wholeness, because it's vast, it's grand, it's much, it's bountiful, it's abundant, it's infinite. Okay, and it is a feminine energy. The outside, this physical, which you mentioned in the first part, I think we was talking about Geb being father, earth, and Newt being mother, sky, and Nu being grandmama, everything. Even grandma or even mother to Ra, which is soul, which is our source of creation on this realm here where we are on earth in this dimension. Okay? The feminine energy draws everything like through the Milky Way with this milk, with like that, what's that, like gold, what do they call it? Liquid gold. Liquid gold. Breast milk is. It's pure, it's natural, it's cosmic light. For real. So if anybody here forward, like you must at the very least strive for 6 months. If you push past the 6 month mark, it becomes so much easier. But they tell you you can give up by 6 months, it's fine then. But if you just push just a little bit past that 6 month, you probably be on for 5. I don't know, if you want. But it'll be great benefits, not just for the child, but for you as well. Get your womb back up, it gets your body back up. It gets your mind back together because, you go through a lot of changes and the hormones don't set back into place until a good 2 years, 3 years after you've birthed, okay? Your body and your mind is still very fragile, needs time. So that's why the feminine energy is so important. And it's so important for women to realize the importance and for them to realize that doesn't mean to negate the man. And for the man specifically, because the man with all the power that he has, like when he feels shun, when he feels belittled, he gets nonsensical. So he needs to know that you are warranted. Any true divine feminine energy wants the divine masculine by their side. Not in front, not behind. Okay? And that doesn't mean doing everything side by side. It doesn't mean only that role and only this role. It just means being. But when you're being of your highest heights, it's divine. You can be and be mundane, or you can even be low. But the feminine energy comes first. And feminine energy is the unseen, it's the subconscious. Okay? It's the non-tangible that then becomes the tangible, the physical, the masculine. It's that idea of a business plan, feminine energy. And then the creation and the fulfillment of that business, masculine energy. Alright? And we need both to live happily. Likewise, we need to, the same ways we need to know and understand our own spirit to understand why we look and act the way we do. it's the same way we need to be able to use our yin energy, which is that feminine energy, to then bring about what we want in the yang with the masculine energy. Okay? And we gotta make a decision, man. In the physical world, we have to make a decision as to what, how, why, and when we're going to do it, and how. Or what it is, how it's going to be. Okay? Take time to realize your insecurities, idiosyncrasies, all your little nuances. Because remember, that's what makes you unique as well. And there's a clue in that for you as to how you can grow the soul. Because there's a little gem within you only that can be seen, unlocked, and felt. Only you's got that. Rochelle, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. Yes, when you decide that you're no longer going to stop yourself from being your whole self. When you decide that you're no longer going to follow other people. When you decide that you're just going to be your unique self no matter what it looks like to others, no matter the judgment, no matter the expectations, no matter the denotations or connotations, no matter what you've said before that you may not have changed now, no matter what you've implemented before and said you'll never stray from, and now you're like on the left completely or on the right completely. You know, it's okay. You have the right to change your mind, but you also have to make a decision.